Tonight, we're just hours away from new restrictions beginning in Minnesota. Now, some new funding is available to ensure the well-being of residents in the state. Plus, with 3 different types of COVID tests out there, you might be wondering which one is right for you. We're going through the differences tonight. And a new commission has begun in Duluth, focusing on diversity and making sure everyone's voices are heard.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 6.
Good evening, I'm Kristen Baki. Thanks for joining us. We are now just a few hours away from another shutdown in Minnesota. Governor Tim Walz announced new restrictions earlier this week. Effective at 11:59 tonight, bars and restaurants must close to in-house customers. Gyms and indoor entertainment must shut down as well. Youth sports are paused too. Retail spaces, salons, and places of worship are exempt. The new restrictions last until at least December 18th. Governor Walz is recognizing the impact those closures could have on people's mental well-being. Today, he announced a $1.2 million donation from the IKEA Community Foundation to assist with mental health services for students. The funds will be provided to the school-linked mental health program, which includes 58 providers covering 1,100 school sites across the state. Governor Walz says these providers play a critical role in caring for the health of children and families, especially during the pandemic.
So more than ever, prioritizing you, your families, your neighbors' health, top priority. The mental health toll that this is taking as we move into winter is real. Don't wait if you need help. There's plenty of it out there.
If you're going through a rough time right now, you can text Minnesota to 741-741 to access a 24/7 crisis line. With cases spiking across the region, chances are you've been exposed to someone who has COVID-19. That leaves you with a couple choices. How to get tested? Do you go to the saliva testing center, one of the hospitals for a nasal swab, or use a rapid test? With all the options, CBS3's Leanne Valdez breaks down the differences between them.
Before we go through the ways of actually getting tested, health experts say you need to first understand how they test for the virus. First is antigen testing, which looks for proteins of COVID-19. Second is molecular testing, which looks for genetic material that makes up the virus in our systems. There are a couple of ways to collect the data, either through a nose swab or saliva. Antigen testing correlates with the nose swab, and molecular with either nose swab or saliva. An Essentia Health official tells me their facilities and the one at the deck offers molecular testing. Results for those tests take at least a day. The University of Wisconsin Superior's location offers antigen, which is newer to the scene. Results there take 15 minutes. Health officials say there's not much difference when it comes to accuracy. Antigen testing accuracy rate is in the mid-80s. Meanwhile, molecular testing is mid-90s. In the end, the way you want to get tested is your preference.
It almost kind of comes down to patient preference. So the saliva obviously is a little less invasive because you're not actually putting the swab in, into that nasal cavity. There is a certain amount of saliva, though, that needs to be produced to have an adequate sample. So in some individuals, that can take a while to get that. It's only...
And when it comes to rapid testing versus the longer amount of time, Jeff Radel, Essentia's Laboratory Business Operations Director, says at the end of the day, they all work the same and they all test for coronavirus. Essentia Health does have rapid testing, but right now they are using that specifically for hospitalized patients only.
Thanks, Leanne. And another thing, Essentia just rolled out a new way to request a COVID-19 test. You can now log on to your My Health account and request one from there. And just a reminder, the DEC's COVID-19 saliva testing site closed earlier today. They shut down at 4 p.m. They'll be back open tomorrow from noon to 6. Peter joins us now for a quick look at the weather. A chilly one out there, but hey, it's Friday at least.
Yeah,
right?
at least it's Friday, and you know what? The weekend looks cooler, but we also started off sunny, so that's good news as well. High temperatures today climbed into the mid and upper 30s, 33 degrees on top of the hill at Duluth International, 36 down by the lake, 31 in Hibbing, 28 up in Orr, 29 in International Falls, and 25 in Baudette. Temperatures changed over the last 24 hours. As you can see, we're 10 to 15 degrees cooler than we were at this point yesterday. Currently outside of Canal Park, we're sitting at 32 degrees. And we've got that west wind blowing at 15 miles per hour. So that's giving a wind chill of 22 degrees. So if you have any plans that bring you out and about this evening, definitely going to want to bundle up because we're going down into the teens. So your forecast for tonight, 16 degrees for us here in the Twin Ports. We're going to be clearing, and we're also definitely going to be very cold out there. And with that northwest wind blowing between 5 and 10 miles per hour, we're probably going to be talking about real feels tonight in the single digits as well as lower teens. So definitely going to bundle up for any plans that bring you out and about tonight. I'm also tracking a shot at snow for the weekend. I'll talk timing and totals coming up. Kristen?
Thanks, Peter. Well, here's a live look at Duluth's Bayfront Park, where Bentleyville, even though it's not lit up now, will soon be lit. While the holiday light display doesn't officially open until tomorrow night, organizers are busy making sure everything is in order. This year, Bentleyville is a drive-through experience. It costs $10 per car and opens at 5 o'clock tomorrow night. You can check it out through December 27th. The gift shop is located at Grandma Sports Garden in Canal Park. The new COVID-19 restrictions that start tonight in Minnesota mean visits with Santa unfortunately can't happen. The order announced this week by Governor Walz specifically lists Santa meet and greets under recreation and entertainment activities that are not allowed. That means taking photos with Santa at the Miller Hill Mall or visiting him at the Fickers Complex will be out of the question at least through December 18th. It's a 20-year tradition that Tammy Tansky-Sherman at Fickers says will be missed.
We're very sad not to have Santa and his live reindeer with us. It's been so many years, and everyone comes to Fitkers and looks forward to seeing them. But we also totally comply with the governor's decision to not allow any of these outside activities and appreciate that.
Now, this doesn't mean Santa isn't checking his nice and naughty list. We've listed some creative and traditional ways to reach out to Santa on our website, CBS3Duluth.com. Just a week after launching its holiday tours, Duluth's Glensheen Mansion is temporarily shutting its doors. The closure comes as Minnesota's new COVID-19 restrictions go into effect tonight. The governor has ordered entertainment facilities and museums to close as COVID cases rise. Glensheen says all tours, the Spirit of the Lights holiday display, and a photographer meetup are all on hold. The restrictions are set to last at least 4 weeks. Hermantown elementary schoolers are moving to distance learning. That update today from the superintendent, Wayne Whitwam. The change starts after Thanksgiving break. School leaders say they met with regional health experts this morning who recommended the move. While the superintendent didn't give an exact timeline on distance learning, he said realistically he doesn't expect to move back to a hybrid model before Christmas break. The red curtains are down and the holiday decorations are up on Superior Street. Earlier this week, downtown shops put up red curtains to hide their holiday displays. Today, those curtains came down, showing off the different displays. People can check them out and vote on their favorites to win prizes. Organizers say the goal is to get more people shopping local.
Well, added light and color to help kick off this holiday season is important, especially for our downtown businesses. It's important that we support them, especially now.
For more information on how to vote and the prizes you could win, just head to our website. Hunters in Wisconsin are getting ready for tomorrow's deer opener. We talked with a Wisconsin DNR official to see what hunters should do to prepare for the opener. Mark Canyon says they want hunters to donate their deer heads so they can be sampled for CWD. He says it's completely voluntary, but it is an important step to ensure there will be deer to hunt in the future.
It's pretty important to get as many deer heads and sample as many deer heads as we can for chronic wasting disease. The more samples we can collect, the more that we can understand how the disease is currently on the landscape and how it moves across the landscape.
Canyon says hunting is one of the best social distancing activities you can do, so he expects this weekend to be a good one. The season runs from November 21st until the 29th. The recount of the presidential election in Wisconsin's two most heavily Democratic counties has begun, with President Donald Trump's campaign seeking to discard tens of thousands of absentee ballots. Trump's 3 objections attempting to discard the ballots were denied by the 3-member Dane County Board of Canvassers twice on bipartisan votes. Joe Biden won Wisconsin by 20,600 votes and carried Dane and Milwaukee counties by a 2-to-1 margin. There's no precedent for a recount overturning a deficit as large as Trump's in Wisconsin, so his strategy is widely seen as seeking to build a case to take to court. Meanwhile, Wisconsin's Democratic governor says a meeting today with Republican lawmakers was productive. Governor Tony Evers held a virtual discussion on COVID relief efforts. It was Evers' first meeting with newly elected Senate Majority Leader Devin LeMahieu and his first with Assembly Speaker Robin Vos since May. It comes as the coronavirus continues to ravage the state with hospitals at or near capacity. The head of the Wisconsin Hospital Association is urging Governor Evers and Republicans to work together. Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, Duluth's African Heritage Commission held their first meeting this week. What they hope to accomplish next.
And here's a live look at Spirit Mountain. It looks like they're beginning to make some snow out there, but Mother Nature's going to provide some snow of her own coming up in the 7-day forecast. I'll talk timing and totals coming up.
Live Local CBS 3.
The health of the Iron Range is our passion. That's why at Fairview Range, we do everything we can to keep our community healthy and safe. Our compassionate team is always here for you and for each other. No matter what, we step up because that's just what we do. We are here for you, always. Fairview Range, we're here.
Hello, I'm Steve Little with Bath Planet. For the month of November, we are offering free upgrades to a premium wall system for all your bath and shower purchases. All of our products are backed by the Good Housekeeping seal of approval and come with a lifetime warranty. You can still get one of our great financing options for low monthly payments or 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments till 2022. This offer ends November 30th, so call us today or go online to book your appointment. Bath Planet, out of this world service and down to earth price.
Oh, packet mail, oh, packet mail, you pack my gifts so nicely. Oh, packet mail, I promise I'll ship early. And even if I shop too late, you'll get them there at the best rate. Oh, packet mail, with 2 locations near me. Wishing you a safe and Merry Christmas from Packet Mail.
When you needed results, we gave them to you.
Well into election night as we wait final results for national and state level election.
When you wanted accurate information in real time, we had it. Everything from the presidential election right down to your neighborhood. CBS 3 was there.
What will you do to make sure those minors feel included if you are elected?
Live, local, CBS 3, your station for campaign 2020.
A major ruling by the state's high court will tell you why some
they had sales. They also say that people are ready to get out and shop.
Hope for an old mining project.
With the legislative session ending last...
The Miller Hill Mall in Duluth is open once again.
They gave us 3 hours to shut down and they gave us 10 seconds to open.
Local reaction after 650 people were laid off.
Lawmakers in Minnesota can't...
To stay up to date with the news and weather that impacts you and your community, continue watching Live Local CBS 3.
Makes sense again.
I have to admit, it was worth the wait.
Watch Jeopardy at 4:30, followed by CBS 3 Live at 5 on Live Local CBS 3. Live Local CBS 3.
And welcome back. Today's high temperature at Duluth International came in at 33 degrees, so that's actually right at average. You can see the record high 61 degrees. Definitely weren't quite that warm, but at least we weren't at that record low, -11. That would be downright cold. Temperatures right now across the region, we're sitting in the upper 20s as well as lower 30s, 32 degrees down by the lake, 28 on top of the hill, 23 in Hibbing. Already in the teens up north, 19 in Orr, 20 in International Falls, 18 in Baudette, 19 as well in Bemidji. Down Wisconsin, they're faring a little bit better down there. 30 in Ironwood, 31 in Ashland, 30 degrees in Superior, and 30 in Solon Springs, as well as 32 degrees in Siren. Wind speeds, we're still dealing with wind speeds a little bit out of the northwest, blowing between 10 and 15 miles per hour right now. So that's making it feel a little bit cooler if you have any plans that bring you out and about this evening. So let's time it all out for what our forecast entails. So for tonight, clearing skies, that's good news for tomorrow, but it's not good news for those temperatures tonight, because that allows temperatures to fall back quite far. 19 degrees by 2 a.m., and we're only falling back far even further. 16 in Hibbing, 17 in Orr, 16 degrees in International Falls. As we head towards daybreak tomorrow, temperatures will fall back into the single digits. Tomorrow we warm things up with mostly sunny skies overhead. Temperatures hover in the mid-upper 30s. Maybe a few partly cloudy skies, especially towards the closer to Twin Ports, especially the closer you are to the lake. As we fast forward through the rest of the day into Saturday and into Sunday morning, you see by Sunday 2 a.m. we're talking about a little snow setting up to our south and west. All that will begin to gradually fill in as we head towards Sunday morning. Between Sunday 5 a.m. and 10 a.m., we could be talking about some snow in places. You can see it quickly kind of skirts with the Twin Ports here. By 8 a.m., we're all kind of clear. So how much snow are we getting? Maybe between an inch and 2 inches. But we're also still dealing with those wind chills out there. So by wind chills tomorrow morning, we're sitting in the single digits for some of us. 10 for us here in Duluth, 13 in Hibbing, 9 in Grand Rapids, 8 in International Falls. I wouldn't be surprised if those wind chills were a little bit cooler. Down in Wisconsin, they're sitting with wind chills in the teens as they wake up tomorrow morning. As we fast forward through the rest of the day, we really don't let go of those wind chills because they are just constantly kind of cold out there. Even with daytime highs in the 30s, we're still talking about it's feeling like the 20s as you head out about. Reelfield 26 in Duluth, 27 in Hibbing, 23 in Ely, and 27 in International Falls. So definitely going to want to bundle up for any plans tomorrow as well as tomorrow evening. By Sunday, the winds begin to let up a little bit, so that's some good news. By 7 a.m., we're talking about wind chills in the 20s. So your forecast for tonight, we bottom out in the teens, 16 for us here in Duluth. Up north towards International Falls as well, Baudette, that's their best shot at seeing single digits up there. Your highs for tomorrow, temperatures climb into the mid and upper 30s, 34 for us here in Duluth, 35 in Hibbing, 36 in International Falls, 37 degrees in Baudette. Down Wisconsin, they're sitting close to 40, 37 in Solon Springs, 38 in Ashland. And for Wisconsin deer opener, it looks to be a good one. Still a little bit cool. Winds, temperatures rising into the mid and upper 30s by 3 o'clock. Southwest wind blowing between 5 and 10 miles per hour. Here's a look at that 7-day forecast. We have a shot of snow come Sunday and another one come Tuesday, but we dry things out for the end of the week. And as we look forward towards Thanksgiving, we might be approaching that 40-degree mark with mostly sunny skies overhead. So,
all right.
Yeah.
Hey, as we get more into this winter season, I love seeing sunshine on the forecast.
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
a lot of people would agree with us on that. Thanks,
it could
Peter.
be a lot worse.
Yes, that's true. Thank you. Bringing more diversity and voices to the table. That's the goal of Duluth's new African Heritage Commission, which just held its first meeting this week. CBS3's Emma Quinn spoke to a member about the goals this commission has for the community.
An idea first sparked years ago is now happening. Duluth's first African Heritage Commission.
Well, the idea actually came from the community. We've been hearing for years the African heritage community doesn't have a lot of foundation or even like a safe space to be in.
Duluth City Councilor Janet Kennedy is hoping the new commission will build a better foundation for the African community to share their voices with city leaders.
To ensure that our policies, practices, and procedures aren't negatively impacting people of color.
The idea was initially proposed in May and received unanimous support from the rest of City Council.
We can no longer govern sort of in a vacuum, and that we need all voices at the table.
Hoping to bring a voice to the table, but also bringing more resources to those in Duluth's African community.
To have voices that are disproportionately, facing decreased life expectancies, decreased wealth, decreased educational outcomes, decreased ability to buy a housing.
Kennedy believes the diverse group of members will continue to shed a light on disparities the African heritage community has faced due to systemic racism.
African heritage people have always known these things have been happening. It just has been brought to light to other communities now in a way that it really informs what we've been saying to other people.
The 7-member commission held its first meeting Monday night. Kennedy says the group is made of African heritage people of all ages, educational opportunities, and experiences. Coming up in sports, the finale for high school football is tonight. Kelly has the highlights next.
Season 2 is here, y'all. And yes, I am in an eye patch. How much more, Kelly, can it
The
get?
Kelly Clarkson Show, weekdays at 3 on CBS3. CBS3 live cams are brought to you by Kohler Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac. You're not just getting a car, you're getting Kohler.
What do you get when you add care from Essentia Health and coverage from UCare? Essentia Care, now available for a more affordable price. Essentia Care's Medicare Advantage plans have premiums that start at $0 per month in select counties. You'll be able to see your Essentia Health provider at our 15 hospitals and 71 clinics. Plus, Essentia Care plans allow you the freedom to see any provider who accepts Medicare. Compare and shop plans at ucare.org/EssentiaCare.
Hello, I'm Steve Little with Bath Planet. For the month of November, we are offering free upgrades to a premium wall system for all your bath and shower purchases. All of our products are backed by the Good Housekeeping Seal of Approval and come with a lifetime warranty. You can still get one of our great financing options for low monthly payments or 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments till 2022. This offer ends November 30th, so call us today or go online to book your appointment. Bath Planet, out of this world service and down to earth price.
Complying with national guidelines is made easy with the CEDA's commercial touchless forehead thermometer. The instant read LCD digital display yields an accurate body temperature reading from 2 to 4 inches within half a second. From schools, offices, shops, and all other public places, keep yourself safe and compliant with a hands-free thermometer that's easy to install and easier to use. Visit www.cedusonline.com. That is CETUSonline.com.
Hi, I'm Matt Hunter, president of your local United Way. Head of the Lakes United Way fights for the basic needs, education, financial stability, and health of every person in every community that we serve. We fund more than 70 local nonprofit programs in our region. Now more than ever, our communities need your support. Invest in your community. Give where you live. Join us and live united. Head of the Lakes United Way. Give, advocate, volunteer. HLUnitedWay.org/donate.
Of engineers have arrived on the Iron Range.
Classes are looking a little bit different this year
in Minnesota. This time, it's the president's son hoping to win. Saving a man in the fire. The details tonight.
Coming up, we're unpacking the vice president's campaign.
Gilbert in Virginia. Coming up tonight, we hear from Wisconsin voters.
Tomorrow, I think it's going to be cooler than normal.
To stay up to date with the news and weather that impacts you and your community,
we can help you at Ketamine North Infusion Center.
I was stuck in a gray area. The first treatment, I actually laughed and scared myself because I hadn't heard myself laugh in years.
Visit us online. Be well with us at Ketamine North Infusion.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Let's check in with meteorologist Caitlin Moffitt this morning.
And the below average trend
Thanks so much for joining us. So wake up with us starting at 5 a.m.
Watch Caitlin and Jenna in the morning at 5 and 6 a.m. on CBS3. Live, local CBS3. Now, CBS3 Sports with Kelly Hinson.
Well, sadly, today is the final day for high school sports before the governor's 4-week shutdown officially begins. Multiple high school football games were moved up to this afternoon to get their playoff games in. The first of which was in Proctor. Greenway Nashwauk Keewatin taking on 2 Harbors. Just seconds left in the first quarter. Titans threatening Aiden Rayala drops pack and hits Gage Woyavogel for the slant for 6. 2-point try is good, and it's 8-0 GNK. To the second, Titans find themselves knocking on the door once again. They take it to the ground this time as Dakota Tonis fights his way in for another GNK touchdown, 14-point lead at this point. Tonis would continue to have a monster game. Same quarter, he gets it on the toss, has the corner and breaks the plane for his second touchdown of the day. GNK wins their final outing of the year, 34-13, the final. Up next, it was Mesabi East and Crosby Ironton in the Section 7 AA championship game. First quarter is where we'll pick this one up. The Rangers face a 4th and goal. Cale Duggan tries to reach out for the score, but he's taken down by a number of Giants, forcing the turnover on downs. However, Crosby Ironton would quickly have a response. A few possessions later, Ashton Hahn launches one deep to Dietrich Weingartner, who hauls it in for the big-time pitch and catch, score. It's 8-0 Rangers. Giants not going down without a fight. Gavin Skelton reaches out for 6, making it a 2-point game. However, the Rangers score 24 unanswered to take the final victory. At long last, today's finally the day for UMD women's hockey. After 9 long months off, the Bulldogs are back to the ice tonight. They're down in Mankato taking on Minnesota State, a team they have a dominant history against. UMD is unbeaten in their last 13 games against the Mavericks, holding a 77-9 advantage all time. In net for her 6th career start is junior Emma Soderberg, replacing graduated Olympic gold medalist Maddie Rooney. Soderberg holds a 4-1 record in her previous starts. They're just underway down in Mankato, still scoreless. The Bulldogs entered the season ranked 8th in the country and picked 4th in the WCHA preseason coaches poll. Despite starting 1-5 to begin the football season, the Vikings have done everything that they can to right the ship over the past few weeks. They certainly have set up the coming stretch to garner some wins because the team has 3 straight home games and their opponents are all teams with losing records. The Cowboys, who they play this Sunday, have lost 4 straight, but Zimmer was plain and simple in his final address to the media today.
You know, they've got tons of skill and speed, a great running back, big physical offensive line.
Cousins forgetting about the field goal, Thielen, one arm, able to bring it down. They
play real hard, and a lot of good players over there as well. So we're gonna have to play well in order to beat them.
Kickoff with the Cowboys is 3:25 p.m. on Sunday. That's going to do it for sports for now. We'll have more here back tonight at 10. Kristen, I'll send it back to you.
All right, thanks, Kelly. Astronomers say they've solved a 16-year-old mystery. The Blue Ring Nebula has confused researchers for years. In 2004, the NASA Galaxy Evolution Explorer mission discovered what appeared to be a star surrounded by an ultraviolet ring about 6,300 light years away. Researchers, including those from the original mission, have determined it's a never-before-seen phase that occurs after the merge of 2 stars. They believe that a sun-like star crashed into and consumed a smaller star orbiting it thousands of years ago. Debris floating out from the merge created a disk of material that was then sliced and heated up, causing it to glow in ultraviolet light. That is beautiful. You know what else is beautiful? Some of that sunshine on your forecast there.
Yeah,
Peter.
that really is. That story actually confused me a little bit.
It was a little confusing.
But, you know, the forecast, that's not confusing whatsoever. The forecast actually looks really nice. Sunday, we have another snow shot come Sunday, 36 degrees. So fast forward through Tuesday, we may have a more potent system work its way through the region, possibly dropping a few more inches of snow. But as we head towards Wednesday and Thursday, we dry things out, and Thanksgiving looks good.
Thanks for joining us tonight. We'll see you at 10.